The OnePlus 8 and the iPhone SE retail for very similar prices here in India, and if cameras are your priority, we'll tell you which one you should pick up for yourself. If you're more of a performance person, you can check out the speed test between the two phones linked in the I button to see which one does better in that aspect. Anyhow, coming back to the cameras, the OnePlus 8 has 3 of them on the back, but we're only going to consider the primary 48 megapixel shooter since the SE has just a single 12 megapixel sensor. Also, we have included stock as well as Gcam images for the OnePlus 8, and since the iPhone SE does not come with the night mode in the default camera app, we have used Neural Camera. That being said, let's get straight into the video and pick your favorites between A, B and C. Starting off, upon first look you may not see a lot of differences even in terms of colors, but only when you zoom in you would see that B has better dynamic range when compared to A, and C retains the shadows better, and this is a trend we continue to see even in other images. This is another case wherein the sky looks better on B, and upon zooming in you would see there's better levels of details too. With the sun right in the background, this is how the phones have captured the images. This is an interesting scenario. Again, all three of them look very similar upon first look, but upon zooming in you would see that B has much better details compared to A and C. Even in this close-up shot, upon zooming in, A and C almost look blurred, whereas B looks very good in terms of details. Here in this close-up shot, A has better details when compared to B and C. Again, you would see that A has slightly better details compared to the other two. However, in this case, A has a slightly more dull look when compared to B and C, and B also does better in terms of the details. Notice the difference in colors between A, B and C. The green is portrayed very differently. And also upon zooming in, B has better details compared to the other two. A has almost made the leaves look black. Moving to the final image in the daylight scenario, you would see that there's a difference in color tones between all images. C seems to be the most accurate, whereas A has gone for a cooler look and B has a more warm look. However, if you zoom in, you would see B has the best details. You can clearly read what the sign says. Here's a poll, let us know which one you would pick in terms of daylight shots. Moving to low light, the same pattern of difference in color tone increases here. You would see that C is actually doing a better job at replicating the actual scene, whereas A and B seems to have messed it up. Over here again you would see the difference in color tones, and when you zoom in, B has retained more details, A is very close, C seems to be slightly blurred. A has done the best job at actually capturing the flower the way it is, and A also has better details. A and B are very similar, I would say. C has messed it up. So here A looks very pleasing to the eye, and when you zoom in you would also see it has retained the best details in comparison to B and C. So the final image in terms of indoor lighting, you would see that A again looks very pleasing and also has the best details when you zoom in. Here's a poll, let us know which one you would pick in terms of indoor lighting. Moving on to low light images, here I would say in this particular scenario, A has done the best job of replicating the actual scene. However, upon zooming in, you would see B and C has much better details. In this case, B has overexposed the portion where there is light, whereas A and C have handled it well. C has handled it the best, and even if you zoom in, you would see it has the best details. So in this case, A and C have completely shot up the warmth. B has the best look, and even upon zooming in, you would see B also has the most details. So in this case, A and C have completely shot up the warmth. B has the best look, and even upon zooming in, you would see B also has the most details. So in this case, A and C have completely shot up the warmth. B has the best look, and even upon zooming in, you would see B also has the most details. Here A, B and C have gone for a very different look. You would see that A and C have exposed the bottom portion of the image quite well, whereas the top portion is underexposed, or it's just decided to ignore it and keep it the way it is. Whereas B has exposed the entire image, but in the process has overexposed the bottom portion. It depends on you whether you want to see whatever is there in the background, like the building here you see and the sky that is not visible on A and C, but overall C seems to be like a good image in this case. Now here I don't know what happened to A and B, but C has completely destroyed it in terms of details as well as colors. The same trend of different color temperatures carries over as well, and the details here are better on B. In this case though, the details on A seem to be better. Again, you see a different approach in terms of the color of the sky as well as the leaves. A and B look similar, but C has gone for a darker look. But when you zoom in, you would see that A looks much cleaner, B is very noisy. And the same can be said here as well. Again, very similar looks, but upon zooming in, I would say A has the best details in comparison to B and C. This is the same image that we showed you for the daylight sample as well. And here again you would see upon zooming in, B has better details. You can clearly read whatever is written on the sign. Here's a poll, let us know which one you would pick for low light images. Moving on to the final category, which is selfies. In this image, A has completely messed up the skin tones. It has made it reddish, whereas B has got the skin tones and the color of the t-shirt spot on. C has overexposed the face or made it look whitish, which is not a look that we personally prefer. The edge detection also on B looks the best. Parts of A and C, especially near the ear, have been blurred. So in our opinion, B looks very good. And this trend continues. A looks very reddish. B has got the skin tones right and C looks white. Here A has completely darkened the face. This is not a look you would ideally prefer, but it's very contrasty and looks a little pleasing if you can edit it later. However, B looks good on the skin tones but has messed up the background. The dynamic range isn't good. C has done the best at dynamic range, but again made the face look white, which is not very preferable. Here an indoor selfie, A looks sharp and full of contrast, looks quite good. B, the skin tones are better, but the image is very soft. C just makes it even softer and the skin tones are all over the place. Over here, A again has gone for a darker look on one of the sides of the face where the sunlight is not hitting. B has managed the light very well. The exposure looks bang on and the skin tones as well are very nice. C has again gone for a very muted and whitish look. It almost looks very dull. Here's a poll, let us know which one you would pick for selfies. It's now time for the reveal. A is Gcam on the OnePlus 8, B is the iPhone SE, and C is the OnePlus 8 stock camera app. While in daylight, the iPhone SE crushes the OnePlus 8 in terms of details, surprisingly, given it only has a 12 megapixel camera, the OnePlus 8 does better in low light situations thanks to a more refined night mode, and of course, night side on Gcam improves it further. Let us know in the comments which one you would pick for yourself, and if you enjoyed watching, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching and we'll see you around.